we have Mr. Praful Patel, leader of the Ajit Pawar-led NCP. Mr. Patel, the suave face of the NCP, is a former union minister. He is known for his negotiating skills on the national front, including with parties which at times seemed like strange bedfellows. Mr. Patel joins us from Gondia, where he'll be launching the NCP's manifesto soon after this conversation. This is a crucial region which often decides the kingmakers of Maharashtra. Vinaya will be in conversation with Mr. Patel on whether the NCP is in an uneasy alliance.
Praful Patel, sir, on a day when the Hindu organizes its maiden election conclave in Mumbai, we are glad that you made time for our viewers and for our readers all the way from Gondia on an important day when the NCP launches its own manifesto within a few minutes after our conversation. Welcome on this platform and thank you for joining us.
Thank you once again to the Hindu and to you, Vinaya, for being very persuasive to make sure that I come on the program. Well, I'm very happy for that. And I'm sure we also need to communicate through you to all our voters and well-wishers what our views are.
Sir, thank you so much. You're sitting in Gondia, which is in Vidarbha. We had Nana Patole just some time ago talking to us. The most crucial point that comes to the fore is that Vidarbha often becomes the kingmaker in Maharashtra politics. The one who rules in Vidarbha seems to hold the key for formation of government in Maharashtra. How do you see this battle panning out in Vidarbha first and in Maharashtra thereafter?
Well, I agree that Vidarbha is a very important region. And historically, I have also been in the Congress for many years. In fact, my first three elections where I won the Lok Sabha was on a Congress ticket. Then, of course, we formed the NCP and we continue to be in the NCP, though you all have nomenclatures like Ajit Pawar, NCP and all that. But let me tell you that the NCP as we speak is only with us. However, that's a little side note. Vidarbha is, you're right, Congress historically. And then the BJP rose from Vidarbha and went on to lead Maharashtra. And BJP also has a very strong leadership network in Vidarbha. Nitin Gadkari, Devendra Fadnavis, Bawan Kule, Mungantiwar, and so many other leaders from Vidarbha. So I think there is merit in what you say that Vidarbha will be very crucial. Having said that, I'd also agree that the fight will be more concentrated. Maximum number of seats are being fought in Vidarbha directly between the Congress and the BJP. And some districts like mine, where we have historically been having a very strong base, we and other parties like Eknath Ji Sindh's Sena will be contesting a fewer number of seats. My feeling is that over the years, BJP's network in Vidarbha has gone right to the grassroots, and they have been very inclusive in all their outreach. I think that scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBCs especially. You remember in this part of Maharashtra, the Maratha factor is virtually non-existent because most of the erstwhile Marathas, if they were closer to Marathwada region, have got Kundi certificate. And that's why the fight here is essentially an OBC, SC, ST versus, between the two major factions.
So, let me come to the politics of Maharashtra. And you are a very suave national face who has outreach across party lines, who has friends across party lines. We've seen that while covering politics for years now. But at the same time, when it comes to NCP, and though you would not want me to say Ajit Pawar NCP and Sharad Pawar NCP, the legal battle also continues, though the Election Commission has said that the NCP belongs to you. I want to ask you, why is it that the NCP looks like an uneasy alliance partner in the Mahayuti?
So I would not agree with you about the uneasy alliance. The fact is, yes, that over the years, the BJP and Shiv Sena had been in an alliance. And if you look at the Mahavikas Agadi, it is also an alliance between the Congress and the Shiv Sena. Now, Shiv Sena has historically been the real face of Hindutva in Maharashtra, not the BJP so much. As well as the fact that the militant Hindutva has been practiced by Balasaheb Thackeray and the Shiv Sainik. We were the ones who brought down the Babri Masjid. They were the ones who were in the forefront during the riots in Mumbai when a lot of our Muslim brothers and sisters were, persecuted. So in a way, that alliance is, if you call it uneasy, as or more uneasy than our alliance. As far as we are concerned, yes, it takes time to settle down. We have been only a year and a half, maybe less than that, in alliance with the BJP and Shiv Sena. And the other fact of the matter is that we have fought only one election together, that is the Lok Sabha. And in the Lok Sabha election, we fought very few seats. Not that we were not capable, but the BJP and Shiv Sena had a large number of sitting MPs, and it would have been unfair to, ask them to contest, lesser seats than what they already had. And that was something in an alliance, a give and take policy has to be adopted. We did so. And of course, the headwinds in the Lok Sabha due to the fake narrative of the constitution will be changed, the reservation for SC/STs will be abolished. This narrative actually took, caught the imagination of a large section of people. It was a fake narrative, which is now, I'm sure, not at all a factor during the Vidhan Sabha elections. For both reasons, people have understood that it was a election stunt. The other fact is, in the Vidhan Sabha, the issue of constitution is not at all relevant, number one. Number two, people in Vidhan Sabha look at their candidates much more closely, and the political base of those candidates, along with the political base of the party also.
You're saying that, sir, but in Lok Sabha, you said you barely fought on any seats, and we had a discussion at that time as well. You won one seat from Maharashtra. In Vidhan Sabha, was it anticipated that you would get more seats than what you have got right now?
We have 56 seats, though your media reporting is a little wrong, because in the last few days, there was a lot of confusion between, this happened. It happened in the Mahavikas Agadi also, three parties. And for the first time coming together, there will be some local issues. So we've ended up with 56 seats. We were hoping to get about 60, and which is okay. It's not far from what we wanted. Number two, I would say that we have taken the seats where we have strong base. We have historically been winning those seats. We have strong candidates. And it's okay because, it's the BJP had 106 plus 9 supporting independents and smaller parties, 115 people in the outgoing assembly. And that would definitely mean they would have to get the largest share in the pie. And that's something which is very understandable. At the end of the day, we have to all three work together. Wherever we have some standing, like I say, I'm just giving an example. In Gondia and Bhandara district, there are 7 seats who are being fought by us, one by Eknath Shinde, and 4 are with the BJP. And I can be very sure that on the ground, each one is helping the other and working for victory. If this is actually going to happen all over the state, which is going to, I'm sure we are not far away from the 23rd, and you will see we'll have many reasons to celebrate.
So you're giving examples of Gondia and saying that there will be on-ground collaboration. You also discarded my question about being an uneasy alliance partner, but we saw how you gave AB form to Nawab Malik and how the BJP came out in the open saying that they will not campaign for it. That's just one example. Of the 56, are there going to be any friendly fights as well?
No, I think Nawab Malik is the only case where there has been a approach which is different from each other. We believe that Nawab Malik has not had any case yet proven against him. I'm not saying that we are the last judge of things, but ultimately there's a rule of law. Courts are there; they will take a call, and it's a known idiom that you're not guilty until not guilty
You're
until it's
innocent until
proven.
proven guilty.
Yeah. So I think we should go by that and accept that one seat where there would be some issue in terms of a public perception. I really don't have any other reason to say that in a particular seat or in some of the seats we have any difference.
So
I think
then,
it's working well. It's working well. And listen, we all will, as in the Mahavikas Aghadi, as also in the Mahayuti, everybody will have to make some adjustments. Because you see, all of us, we've been fighting 114, 15 seats in the past. The Congress has been fighting 174 seats in the past. They are also fighting in around 100 seats. Shiv Sena was also fighting more seats. They are fighting in around 95 or 90 seats or whatever the number. Our Saab also is fighting in about 80 odd seats. These adjustments will all be there, and it takes time to settle a three-party alliance both ways. And I think it's happening. People like us who are in the party, and also my other colleagues who are seniors, of course, Ajit Dada and Tatkare and other seniors, Bhujbal Saab and Mushrif Saab, all are all working to ensure that our cadres work hand in hand with the BJP and the Shiv Sena and vice versa. Tomorrow I'm having a joint meeting with Eknath Shinde in my constituency. There is going to be Nitin Gadkari and me addressing meetings together and so forth.
has there ever been any discussion on the chief minister's face after the election till now in your alliance meetings? Because the stated policy or the stated statement that all of you have given is this will be done only after the elections. Has there been any preliminary discussion about this?
No, not at all. I don't think that kind of discussion was necessary. A, because we are already in government. We already have a chief minister. We have two deputy chief ministers. And it's an alliance where we don't discuss all these things in advance. When we came to an understanding with the BJP, Shiv Sena on the alliance in the Mahayuti, I don't think there were too many conditions put there. General broad understanding of yes, we will get our respect, due respect, and accommodation as equal. And if you saw, it was very much so. Mr. Shinde's party and himself as PM had 10 ministers. BJP had 10 ministers, and we, with a number also much lesser than the BJP, had also 10 ministers. We didn't swear in the 10th person at that time, but if you see the numbers and the distribution of power, I don't think, in fact, I must give credit to the BJP for being very fair.
What will be the party's expectations after the elections? Because every party has its own what do you say, has its own interest in its mind. We have seen how Eknath Shinde has also negotiated for seats both in Lok Sabha as well as in Vidhan Sabha, and how that self interest is being preserved. For the NCP, what is that point of self interest, and what are the things that are on priority for you?
Well, the priority and the interest is the people of Maharashtra and the development of Maharashtra. Obviously, that goes without saying. And in the process, a political party needs that space. Say if tomorrow there's a government, we also will expect, like as we have today, a fair share of power, not to enhance or do good only for the party, but that power is used eventually to, for the welfare of Maharashtra. Look at the fantastic schemes our government has given to the people of Maharashtra. Look at the women's empowerment scheme. The Ladki Bahin Yojana is not just about being a political success or a super hit. It is empowering women, giving them the confidence. And I tell you on the ground, when I meet, the beneficiaries, they are so it's not just about a dole or something which is coming into their pocket. They feel empowered. They feel happy. The small things which they could not do and had to depend on either the income of the husband or the shortfall of income to support the family. All that is now changing. I'm not saying everything 1,500 rupees changes the life of people all the time, but it gives them a sense of empowerment. Look at the farmers. They were so unhappy during the Lok Sabha election. Not because there was any shortcoming of the government. There were some natural circumstances. There were also market conditions like the onions, uh, if you export onions, the price in the domestic market goes up. It's a dilemma for any government. I remember when Mr. Pawar was the food minister, it used to happen that you export onions, the domestic prices go up. Then the people in the urban areas especially complain about, inflation or high prices. It's an essential item after all. So it's a balance. But during the Lok Sabha, a couple of things went wrong. As also the Maratha agitation, it was at its peak. There was so much confusion. I'm sure it's settling down. I'm not saying it's completely behind us, but it's settling down. People of Maharashtra are realizing that they need to be, a little bit more understanding. The government can do so much and not beyond that. There are legal complications, as well as the fact that the government has already given a 10% reservation, has extended all the benefits which are available to the OBCs to the Maratha community. I feel that all these are factors which need to be, seen in that perspective. The Lok Sabha was a different animal, and the Vidhan Sabha today there's much more settled politics. There's lesser, chances of people getting swayed or misled, like it happened in the earlier election.
What are the issues that will dominate the Vidhan Sabha politics? Will Jarange factor play any role, and how big? How will it impact you?
I'm happy that he has at least taken a line that he's not going to support anybody, and he's not contesting. It, social fabric of Maharashtra has been very strong. This is a land of Shiv Shahu-Phule-Ambedkar. We always take pride. Maharashtra has, been the forefront of social reform, education, and inclusiveness. And that's why even in Maharashtra, you find so many people from all over the country coming and making Mumbai, Pune, Thane, Nashik, and other places their home. It's welcome. It's not a question. We live as part of a big unified India. But at the same time, you can see that the social reformers of Maharashtra is deeply ingrained in the ethos. And that is something which we should take pride in. And I feel that in the past few years, because of, I would say, whatever the reason, Marathas do feel that they need to have reservations. And that's why I feel every party, whether it's this side of the fence or the other side, have come together. We all want Marathas to get their due share in every sector, whether it's education, jobs, and so on. And we feel that whatever steps the government has done, and keeping the legal process in mind, the government is working very hard to ensure that it stands legal scrutiny. Maratha factor, yes, it is there, but the OBCs also, they also feel, very strongly not to allow any new entrant into the OBC kitty. And that is also very understandable. And OBC is not one community. OBC is I would say, a vast pool of various communities spread across the state.
So you've highlighted the issues that will dominate the Maharashtra elections this time, but I know you're also, you are in a hurry to go for the manifesto launch. But I have just two last questions for you. One is with respect to the fact that you spoke about Shahu-Phule-Ambedkar right now. How does that fit in with the Hindutvavadi ideology that you have fought against for all these years? And secondly, with respect to any understanding from within Mahayuti on whether the distribution or in case you come to power, the understanding will be on the basis of merit alone?
Let's be honest that we do practice as NCP, Shahu-Phule-Ambedkar, and we believe in that. Yashwant Chavan's ideology and governance is being carried forward by us. As well as the fact, you must remember that 10 years of Modi ji, first time you have an OBC as a Prime Minister from the BJP. The inclusiveness. Today, any scheme of the central government, does it not include minorities, OBCs, SCs, STs? I think there is, a misunderstanding which has crept in. Yes, BJP has its Hindutva ideology, but at the same time, it is getting much more inclusive. It is not the Hindutva ideology which was practiced 30 years or 20 years ago. Also, it's good to see the Ram Mandir and the Babri Masjid issue being settled once and for all. Everybody in the right spirit, and it went through a process of the courts of law, the judicial scrutiny. It also has also ensured that in the last 10 years, we have not found major disturbances on the social front in the country. Otherwise, in the past, we would see so many things happening, riots happening here and there. All that is, way beyond, happening anymore. And we must understand that this is a new BJP. They do have RSS roots and background, but even Mohan Bhagwatji's statements in the past have been very encouraging. So to look at the new India and the new paradigm, I think what we want in this country, and it should be the only mantra of all political parties, is development and economic development. The reason is, without that, even if you talk of any scheme which is given to the people, the country's economy or the state's economy must be able to earn to be able to spend. And that is why we need economic development. There's no other solution. The day India's economic development continues to take place and faster than what it is today, we must give credit to Modi ji's government that in 10 years, the economy has been just going one way, and that is towards the better north. And that has changed India's even image globally. Why? Because India is now an economic power. We are the fifth largest economy, will become the third largest economy. That money translates into more money in the hands of the people, more economic activity, more jobs. And people may think that, yes, you need jobs, and I fully agree with all the sides who ask for more jobs. There is also, you must understand, there's so much self-employment which is being created in the country. Today, you can get a Mudra loan of 10 lakhs of rupees and start any kind of business. If you're skilled enough to have a electrician job or a plumber shop, or you want a bicycle repair or a motorcycle repair, all this is self-employment, which actually we don't count. And that is also supported very, strongly by the government through all its schemes.
So you're basically, I'm sorry, but you are in a hurry. That is why, I need to make sure that you answer some of the most important questions. You are saying that Phule Shahu-Ambedkar's ideology and what they wanted are the goals that are being fulfilled in the current government, and that is why they are in synchronization, if I'm not wrong. Is that what you said?
I said that because if you see even schemes for the minorities, what our Mahayuti government has done in Maharashtra, Madrasas, 6,000 to 16,000 is a salary hike for the teachers, 8,000 to 18,000. For Maulana Azad Corporation, we have given 1,000 crores, which was never done in the past. We have started MARTI. It's an institution which has now been started for the welfare of the minorities. There are so many things which we have done, which were never done by the past government. And if you want to ask why we are able to do it, after all, the BJP and the Shiv Sena and all of us have agreed to do it. So there is more inclusiveness, there is more openness. And I'm sure being, looking at a progressive India, I don't think the BJP also would like to see a social divide and a fabric of the nation, which is very important for the future development. So we have to all work in that one direction. And I'm happy that a lot of the ideas and thoughts and suggestions which we give to the Mahayuti government, to the BJP or the Shiv Sena, they are being accepted and happily accepted. That is the change.
That's an important statement you make, sir. I have one last question for you, and this conclave cannot be completed without that answer. And that is, after 2019 election, this is the first assembly election where the NCP is fighting the NCP. Of the 56 seats, there are over 30 seats on which you're fighting against the NCP Sharad Pawar group. How is that fight coming up, and how is this a battle for legacy? How is Baramati looking like, where we have a Pawar versus Pawar fighting for state domination?
Well, let me just conclude by saying that Baramati would not be an issue in this assembly election. The previous election was an emotional election. Supriya was contesting and she was the sitting MP. So for Delhi, people chose Supriya, but for Mumbai, I'm sure Dada will have the support of the people of Baramati, as always. It's not going to be some close fight or something. And besides that, I would say that in Maharashtra, out of the seats which we are fighting against Pawar Saab party, there would be some close contest, I'm sure. But again, it is more not so much driven because of the party. This could be good candidates on both sides, and they could be some closer contest. But let me assure you that the Mahayuti government will make it without the support of anybody. Within the three parties, the strike rate of all the three parties is going to be as good as the other. And therefore, this speculation that they will do better and somebody else will do less, I think across Maharashtra, across regions, all the three constituents of the Mahayuti are going to have a similar strike rate, which is going to ensure that we are able to form the government very comfortably.
So full-blown battle without any possibility of ghar wapsi, you're saying?
No. I don't think there is any issue like that. And please don't, you all only speculate, you all put words in our mouth and you expect us to, respond to that. But thank you, I would say, very much. I think I have to move forward.
Thank you so much for your precious time, sir. We really appreciate. And on behalf of the Hindu, on behalf of our readers and viewers, we thank you for your precious time. Your interview was live streamed across our social media platforms. All the very best for the manifesto launch today. Thank you.
Thank you.